Hello, it's GotAUkulele review day. It's another new instrument for the GotAUkulele site, another new Chinese instrument. As I've said before, the number of Chinese ukes coming over to the market now is bewildering. This is on the whole a good thing though, because it means more choice, and whilst the majority of them are not very good and the quality control is still not great, occasionally you get some real diamonds in the rough which are worth looking at, and I like shouting about, because anything that puts more instruments into the good bracket is a good thing. So let's see how this one fares. This is a Chinese brand called Muke, or Muke, that's M-U-K-E. I know it looks like Moke on the logo, but it's Muke, because they've emailed me. It's Muke, or Muke, and it's the MS-10 Soprano, and it's a rather classy looking thing. I think you'll agree. It's all laminate wood in the body, single piece top, slightly arched single piece back, two piece sides, really nice and thin laminate, which is a good thing, which makes for a resonant top. It's paler mahogany than I would like. I like my mahogany sort of chocolatey brown. This is that sort of pale orange mahogany that I don't think is as attractive, but you couldn't say it was an ugly instrument, could you? And I think it's helped by that sort of tortoiseshell binding top and back, with the white purfling on the top, more tortoiseshell around the sound hole, and that cool looking Taylor-esque bridge pin style rosewood bridge plate, straight uncompensated plastic saddle. But still, that's interesting, easy string changes, and it sets it off nicely. Inside, neat notched kerfing, no glue, no mess, no shavings. Bracing is a little bit chunky, but you know, on the whole, no complaints. Satin finish, really nice build in the body, and as I say, resonant. That bodes well. The neck is made of a kume wood. It's 3 pieces, joints in the usual places. Sadly, typical Chinese nut width of 34mm, so quite narrow. 15 nickel silver frets, 12 to the body joint. We've got pearl outward facing markers at 5, 7, 10, a double at 12, one at 15, and they're thankfully repeated on the side. Also on the side of the neck, the edges are hidden by more tortoiseshell binding, which is nice to see. Saying that, even though it's bound, the frets up here are on the verge of being sharp. They're not horrible. The Martin S1 was worse, but I mention it. The nut, bit scruffy, that some tooling marks on it, which I probably can't show you, but an interesting headstock shape like that, very pretty, classy, and the logo, sealed geared tuners branded with the Muke logo. I'd rather see friction pegs, but I'd also rather see the pegs actually fitted straight. That just sets my OCD off. They work all right though. Aquila brand strings and a padded embroidered gig bag. And what you're really going to like about it is you can pick these up on Amazon. They're only available on Amazon for about $45, £50. Hell of a price. That's going to make a lot of people interested, particularly if I think it's any good. So I like the build, I like the looks on the whole. I've not really had any complaints so far. I'd change those tuners. I'd keep an eye on those fret ends. Action at the saddle on this is great. Action at the nut needs taking down a bit, and it's affecting the intonation, as you'll hear when I play it. It sounds a little bit off. That's fixable. That's fixable with the setup very easily. But I mention it, you know, even $1,000 instruments can arrive like that, so you know, it's not a huge issue. It's not got a fatal build flaw. There's nothing on this that I've spotted that it's not got a bent neck or a misplaced bridge. It's light, it's balanced, I think it looks good. It's got good volume because of that thin wood. It's got a punchy soprano bark, as you can tell. It's not characterful, it's not a high-end sound. I'm not trying to claim it is. It's not trying to claim it is. It's a 50 quid instrument. But what it is one of those instruments that I wish was around when I started playing 10 or 15 years ago, when there were a lot of truly terrible instruments about. Can you hear the intonation? It tends to be more on the G and C strings it's coming through. That's quite pretty though. Quite a bit of sustain as well. Yeah, that intonation issue is annoying me. It's always pronounced on Sopranos. It is sortable, but it's not sortable if you're buying it from Amazon. You'll need to put this in the hands of someone to look over it. I could do it myself, but you might not be able to. You may say I should be making more of that in the review, maybe, but I think on the whole, this is well made. It looks great. It's a good price. It's not got any fatal bill flaws, and I quite like it actually. I'd buy one of these and I'd tinker with it and I'd get it set up because I think it's a nice little sort of holiday instrument that you're not going to worry too much about losing. The Muke MS-10 Soprano from China, worth a look, I would say. Take care, back very soon.